Hi everyone. No whiteboard today. We're just going to have a chat. So I hope everyone's having a good day today. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me. I think Facebook seems to be much quicker to populate than Instagram. And on Instagram, I think there's so many webinars and lives going on that everyone's just webinared and lived out. Brilliant. There we go. Hi Lisa. So I thought today we'd forget the whiteboard. Nobody could read it anyway, so I'm told. So, or at least it was getting more and more difficult. It's quite bright back there, isn't it? That's brilliant. So I hope everyone's having a good day today. Has anyone been deployed to a hospital or is waiting to be deployed? Or are you guys working in urgent centres yet? Let me know how you're getting on. That must be really quite stressful, and I'm sure. I'm sure it's very gratefully received by the patients, but I'm sure it's quite stressful on you and your family. So please do take care of yourself. You know, it's very important to take time out to really protect your mental health and your health in general. But it's great that you guys are being deployed and and are going out to centres. And I'm glad to call you my colleagues. So today's a bit different. Again, I'm going to change it up a bit. I'm going to talk about gratitude today, and but wanted to start just with a couple of sentences that I want you to remember that life doesn't happen to you; it happens for you, and this world is a place where you are destined to greatness, if that is what you choose and aim for. So the two stages of gratitude, and I think the first thing is that it comes from an acknowledgement. You have to acknowledge the goodness in one's life. In a state of gratitude, we say yes to life. Yeah, we affirm that all in all, life is good, and there's elements that make life worth living, and it's full of vibrancy and colour, for want of a better phrase. So I think we have to acknowledge that our lives are good. We are the ones, that are definitely the haves, and we have to acknowledge and be grateful for where we are and what we've been given, without a doubt. So I know that when we acknowledge what we've received, it gratifies us both by what we've been given and knowing that the person put effort into giving us what they gave us. The person put effort into choosing us to give it to, and we have to acknowledge that. So that's the first thing we have to acknowledge. And the second thing is that gratitude is recognizing that some sources of goodness are outside of us. So we can be grateful to our pet, we can be grateful to our parents, we can be grateful to our colleagues, but we can't be grateful to oneself. Yeah, it has to come from outside. And we recognize that the goodness in our lives is from someone else or something else, and we thank them, those who made sacrifices to make us happy. And I think, I've been very fortunate to have others in my life that have been very giving and very helpful to me. So let me tell you a story. Many years ago, I was really struggling. I finished vocational training, foundation training, and within 4 weeks I found myself owning a practice. And, owning a practice at the age of 25, 26 was a new experience without a doubt. I mean, I'd always been interested in business, but that was more the selling chewing gum in the playground kind of thing, or skip diving for bikes or bits of wood I could recycle. Not owning a business where you're responsible for other people's mortgages and you're responsible for their lives and their their successes, and it lands on you. Now, it was a small team, but it was still a very stressful period, I have to say. And you know, in the in those early years when times were tough, I felt I was in over my head many times. You know, the struggle to get to work, make sure you're earning enough, make sure everyone's happy. I felt the weight of that, and you know, I have to thank my patients who are still with me, because I'm still in that practice, and they were very understanding, and they've grown with me. So I do, you know, I'm very grateful for a lovely bunch of patients. They're amazing people, and I love them dearly, and I miss them a great deal not being around them and not seeing them. And it, you know, it's amazing how much it affects us as clinicians not seeing our patients. It certainly does me. So, you know, back in those days, times were definitely tough. And I felt, you know, when I was at low points and I didn't understand my business as well as I should, I turned to my coaches and mentors. And although they probably wouldn't see themselves with those titles, I definitely look back on them as mentors and coaches. And they helped me a great deal. They got me out of my comfort zone, and essentially they got me out of my own way. They made me realize that the world is much bigger and there's a lot out there. And yes, you're doing good and you're helping your patients, but you have to manage the business in a certain way, and you have to do things like this and like that. And they showed me certainly business help, but they also showed me how to quell the negativity in my head. Not good enough, I don't deserve this, I'm not worthy. And they essentially got me to just quieten the noise in my head, and to just remove that negativity that we all experience this at some point in our lives. And it may be with home life, it may be with work life, it may be just in our heads generally. But it helped me to focus on the journey and to enjoy the journey and to embrace the journey, because ultimately the journey is what you have. You don't have the destination, the goal, the vision, whatever that may be. That's great, but if you don't enjoy the journey, there's little point in aiming for that, because the end point will no doubt change. The end point will no doubt morph into something different, a pivot of sorts for your vision and your end goal. But the journey has to be enjoyed. It has to be enjoyed rather than endured. So I have a lot to be grateful for, and it really brings me to the undeniable fact that everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart. Your houses, your cars, your material possessions, everything will disappear. But what will be left is what is in your heart and how you made other people feel. So think about that. There is no point in earning more if you're going to crap all over people. There is no point in having that mansion but paying your staff late, not paying your associates on time. You know, I'm always angered by this lack of payment to staff members, particularly associates, because they're self-employed, and the delay in payment, and it's an expectation that associates should accept that. It's not acceptable. And if we are professionals and we are to behave in a professional manner, then surely we should be better than that. So everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and what will be left with is what is in your heart and how you truly are and how you made other people feel. So with that in mind, you know, and with my coaches and mentors in my head, I've been reflecting on the gratitude I feel towards them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you guys, I'm looking for 2 principals and 1 associate, and I'm taking offers. I'm taking names, and I'd like to know what you want me to help you with, because I'm willing to coach 3 people. So 2 principals, 1 associate. I'm looking to coach 3 people free of charge for the next 2 to 3 months, and help them work on how we can move them forward and move them outside of what is blocking them, outside of what is bothering them. Why are they not releasing their true potential? Why they don't excel and move forward? So I'm going to do a quick draw of names out of a hat kind of thing on Saturday. So I'm really interested in hearing from 2 principals and 1 associate and how they think that I can help them move forward and what I can do for them. So if you're out there and you've got struggles and problems and worries, and maybe you just want an external set of eyes to have a look at things, and as homage to my mentors and my coaches, I'm giving this for free, and I'm willing to invest some serious time in helping people move their business themselves forward. So if you know anyone, share this video, ask them to drop me a message. They've got a couple of days, today and tomorrow, and then on Saturday I'll do a live on Saturday, probably at midday, and we'll pick out some names. I won't tell you who those names are. I'll tell those people individually, because obviously they might not want me to share that. And I think by doing so, I'm going to help people move forward. And you know what? Most of the time, and my family and my friends and everyone will hear me say, I never have enough time. This is a period when I have time, and I want to fill it by helping other people, because I want to change people's hearts, and I want to make them feel better, and I want them to make them feel greater than they feel at the moment. I hope that it's received well, and I would love to help and move people forward. So 2 principals, 1 associate. Let's see if we can do some amazing things together, and we can try and move your business, yourself forward. I hope that's an interesting concept for you guys. Please let me know what your challenges are, what's bothering you, how you think I can help you. My number is everywhere. Please feel free to message or phone or WhatsApp me, and I'm happy to have a conversation with people about where their business is and what they feel they want to do, but there's blocks, there's things stopping them. So I look forward to receiving your messages, and I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.